Have you ever felt the inexplicable presence of something greater when a bird crosses your path? Maybe it's a sudden, powerful encounter with a bird that seems to appear at the perfect moment, almost as if it's guiding you. What if I told you that birds are more than just creatures of nature? What if they are messengers from the divine, watching over the chosen ones and guiding them through life's challenges? Today, we're diving deep into this spiritual revelation. Why birds watch over the chosen and how these mystical creatures are connected to your spiritual journey. As you listen, pay close attention. The message might be for you. Birds are often seen as symbols of freedom, spirit, and transcendence. In many spiritual traditions, birds represent the connection between the earthly realm and the divine. But beyond their physical beauty, birds have a deeper, more profound purpose. They are messengers sent by higher powers to deliver spiritual insights, protect the chosen, and guide them toward their destiny. For centuries, cultures around the world have seen birds as messengers of the gods. From the ancient Egyptians, where the falcon symbolized Horus, the god of the sky, to Native American beliefs where birds are seen as sacred animals that carry the spirits of ancestors, birds are often seen as bridges between heaven and earth. They fly high above us, seeing the world from a perspective that humans simply can't access. In many spiritual teachings, the chosen ones are individuals who have a unique purpose on this earth. They carry divine light within them and are destined to make a significant impact in the world. But this journey is not always easy. The chosen face obstacles, setbacks, and doubts. This is where the birds come in. They are sent by the universe to offer protection, guidance, and reassurance. Birds are the eyes and wings of the divine, ensuring that the chosen ones are never truly alone. When you experience moments of doubt, or when you feel lost, the sudden appearance of a bird can be a sign that the divine is watching over you. It might be a bird you've never noticed before, or perhaps it's one that keeps returning to your life at significant moments. This is no coincidence. Birds are messengers, and when they cross your path, they're sending you a spiritual message, a reminder that you are protected and guided by forces greater than yourself. Have you ever noticed how birds seem to appear when you need them the most? Perhaps you're going through a tough time, and suddenly, a bird flies by, or you see a group of birds circling above you. This can be more than just a coincidence. Birds have an extraordinary ability to protect the chosen ones, acting as guardians during times of uncertainty. In many cultures, birds are seen as spiritual protectors. The raven, for example, is considered a guide and protector in Celtic traditions. The dove, a symbol of peace, is often associated with the Holy Spirit in Christianity, symbolizing divine protection and guidance. These birds are spiritual protectors, ensuring that the chosen ones remain safe on their journey. When you are walking your spiritual path, you are not alone. Birds are sent to remind you of this divine protection. They remind you to trust the process and trust that even in your darkest moments, you are being watched over. Their presence is a sign that the universe is actively guiding you, that your angels are surrounding you, and that your path, although filled with challenges, is also filled with divine protection. One of the most profound ways that birds communicate with the chosen ones is through synchronicity. Have you ever experienced a moment where you've been thinking about something deeply, and then a bird suddenly appears, seemingly out of nowhere? This is no random occurrence. It's a sign that the universe is speaking to you, providing confirmation that you are on the right track. Synchronicities, especially when it comes to birds, often happen when you are at a crossroads in life, when you are about to make an important decision. Birds serve as signposts on your spiritual journey, helping you align with the divine will for your life. Their unexpected presence may be telling you to continue moving forward, to trust that you are being guided by forces beyond your understanding. Each bird carries its own unique symbolism and message, depending on the type of bird you encounter. For instance, the eagle is a powerful symbol of strength, courage, and vision. If an eagle crosses your path, it could be a sign that you are being called to rise above your challenges and see the bigger picture. It's a reminder to tap into your inner power and embrace your true potential. The owl, often associated with wisdom and intuition, might appear when you are on the verge of a spiritual awakening. If you see an owl, take it as a sign that you are being guided toward deeper knowledge and understanding, and that the answers you seek are already within you. The cardinal, known for its bright red plumage, is often seen as a sign of divine love and guidance. It could be a message from a loved one in the spirit realm, reminding you that you are loved and supported. The dove, with its peaceful nature, is a symbol of purity, peace, and spiritual connection. If a dove crosses your path, it could signify that you are about to enter a period of peace and tranquility after a time of struggle. It's a reminder that divine peace is available to you, and you have the ability to manifest inner peace in your life. Birds also represent freedom and the ability to rise above life's challenges. They soar high above the earth, and their ability to move through the air without limitation is a symbol of the spiritual growth available to the chosen ones. As you evolve spiritually, you will feel a sense of freedom, a release from the limitations that once held you back. Just as birds spread their wings and take flight, you too are being called to break free from the constraints of fear, doubt, and limitation. The chosen ones are destined for spiritual growth, and birds serve as reminders that you are always free to choose your path. Even when life feels difficult, the universe is giving you the tools to rise above and soar. Birds remind you to trust in your ability to overcome obstacles, to tap into your inner strength, and to embrace the freedom that comes with spiritual awakening. So, why do birds watch over the chosen? Because they are the divine messengers, protectors, and guides that help the chosen ones navigate their spiritual journeys. Birds are sent to remind you that you are never alone. You are watched over, guided, and supported every step of the way. The next time a bird crosses your path, take a moment to pause, listen, and feel the energy it brings. It could very well be the universe speaking directly to you, reminding you that you are on the right path. Trust the birds. Trust the messages they bring. They are here to guide you toward your destiny, and they are an ever-present reminder that the divine is always watching over you. The divine connection between birds and the chosen ones goes beyond mere symbolism. It is a spiritual truth that has been acknowledged by cultures and traditions throughout the ages. When you recognize that birds are more than just creatures of the earth, they become powerful allies on your spiritual journey. They remind you that there is a divine plan unfolding in your life, one that is being guided by higher forces. Think about the moments when birds seem to appear out of nowhere, when you least expect it. Whether you're walking through a park, sitting in your car, or even looking out of your window, a bird might suddenly fly by or land nearby. These are not just random encounters. They are part of a divine design, part of a cosmic order that has been set in motion specifically for you. Birds are the eyes of the divine, watching over you as you move through the world, offering guidance when needed and protection when required. Every bird that crosses your path is carrying a message. Sometimes, these messages are subtle, and other times, they are impossible to ignore. The key is to remain open and receptive to the signs the universe is sending your way. Each bird has its own energy, its own unique vibration, and its presence in your life holds a special meaning. As you learn to tune into this energy, you will start to notice the synchronicities and patterns that birds bring into your world. The more you begin to recognize the significance of birds, the more you will understand the spiritual messages they carry. Whether it's a simple moment of joy when a bird sings its song or a deeper encounter when a bird comes to you during a time of need, these moments are part of your spiritual awakening. They are reminders that you are never alone and that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Have you ever felt a sudden peace wash over you when you hear the sound of birds singing? Or perhaps you've experienced a rush of energy when a bird flies close by, as if its presence has stirred something deep within your soul. This is no accident. Birds have a unique way of connecting with the energy of the chosen ones, awakening dormant aspects of your spirit and reminding you of your divine purpose. When you are going through difficult times, birds can serve as a spiritual lifeline, a reminder that even in your darkest moments, light is always nearby. They act as intermediaries, bringing you messages from the divine that encourage you to keep moving forward. Just as birds fly through the sky without fear of the unknown, they inspire the chosen ones to step into the unknown with confidence, knowing that they are being guided every step of the way. One of the most profound aspects of bird symbolism is their connection to freedom. Birds are not confined by the same limitations as humans. They can soar high above the earth, seeing the world from a perspective that few others can. This freedom is not just physical, it is also spiritual. Birds symbolize the release of fear and the ability to rise above earthly challenges. They remind you that, as a chosen one, you too have the power to rise above the obstacles in your life, to transcend the limitations that have held you back. When a bird crosses your path, it is a gentle reminder that you have the ability to rise above your circumstances. No matter what struggles you may face, you are never truly confined. Just as birds spread their wings and take flight, you too have the capacity to break free from the chains that bind you. The divine is calling you to trust in your ability to soar, to trust in your power, and to trust that you are being divinely guided toward your destiny. Birds also represent a deep connection to the spiritual realm. As messengers, they carry the wisdom and insights of the divine, acting as intermediaries between heaven and earth. When you see a bird, it's as if the spiritual realm is reaching out to you, offering you guidance and support. The presence of a bird in your life can be seen as a reminder that your prayers are being heard, that the divine is aware of your struggles, and that you are being watched over with great care. In moments of uncertainty, the appearance of a bird can serve as a powerful affirmation that you are on the right path. The divine is sending you reassurance, offering you the encouragement you need to keep going. Birds are here to remind you that even when the road ahead seems unclear, you are being divinely guided, and the universe is helping you navigate your journey. They are the silent witnesses to your growth, offering you the strength and wisdom you need to continue moving forward. As you continue on your spiritual path, you will begin to notice that birds will appear at key moments in your life. These appearances are not random. They are intentional messages sent to guide you and protect you. Each time you see a bird, take a moment to reflect on what is happening in your life at that moment. What questions are you asking? What challenges are you facing? The answers may not always be immediately clear, but the presence of the bird is a sign that you are being watched over and supported by higher powers. Birds are also symbols of transformation. Just as a bird molts and sheds old feathers to make way for new growth, so too are you undergoing a transformation on your spiritual journey. As the chosen one, you are constantly evolving, shedding old beliefs and limitations to make way for a higher version of yourself. Birds remind you that transformation is a natural part of your journey, and that just as they soar through the sky, you too can rise above the challenges and limitations of your past. The presence of birds in your life serves as a reminder that you are being guided through every stage of your transformation. Whether you are facing challenges or experiencing moments of growth, the birds are there to watch over you, offering their support and guidance. Their presence signifies that you are on the right path and that the universe is aligning to bring you closer to your highest potential. Birds are not just messengers. They are symbols of the divine wisdom that is available to you at all times. As you continue on your spiritual journey, remember that the birds are there to guide you, protect you, and offer you the insight you need to continue moving forward. When you see a bird, take a moment to pause, listen, and reflect on the messages it brings. The divine is speaking to you, and the birds are its messengers, offering you the spiritual support you need to succeed. The birds that appear in your life are not only symbols of guidance, but also reminders that you are supported by the universe in ways you may not even fully understand yet. These creatures are divine messengers that show you how to stay grounded while reaching for greater heights. The sky is their realm, and they show you that, like them, you are meant to rise above the mundane, above the material world, and into the spiritual realm of infinite possibilities. There are moments when life feels like it's taking more than it's giving. During these times, Birds offer a special kind of comfort. Their presence is not just a sign of divine protection, but a spiritual affirmation that you are in the process of a great transformation. The divine often sends you birds as messengers of hope, telling you that no matter how difficult the journey, you are never alone. Their songs are a lullaby for your soul, encouraging you to trust in the unseen forces at work around you. When you feel that you are running out of strength or feeling disconnected from your spiritual purpose, the sudden appearance of a bird is a reminder that you have an inner well of energy you can tap into. You are not limited by the constraints of the physical world. Just as a bird can fly freely across the skies, you too have the ability to soar above your circumstances. Birds are guides, constantly reminding you that your true power lies in your ability to rise above fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And it's important to realize that these birds are often coming to you at pivotal moments, when you need reassurance, comfort, or a reminder of your own potential. These encounters are not coincidences. They are divine interventions, gently nudging you toward your highest path. Whether you see a bird in your backyard, hear the flutter of wings as you walk through the park, or watch one fly across your window, these moments are significant. Each bird is a reminder that you are part of something much bigger than yourself, and that your journey is always aligned with the flow of the universe. Think back to times when you've encountered birds in your life. Perhaps you've had a moment where a bird seemed to appear at just the right time, offering you clarity during a difficult decision, or inspiring you to move forward when you were feeling lost. These moments are not just random acts of nature. They are part of the divine design that is unfolding in your life. The universe is communicating with you through the birds, reminding you that you are seen, heard, and loved by forces far greater than you can imagine. One of the most powerful aspects of birds is their ability to remind us of our connection to the spiritual realm. Birds are often seen as intermediaries between heaven and earth, carrying messages from the divine to the human realm. When a bird appears to you, it's like a direct connection to the heavens, offering you guidance, reassurance, and love from a higher place. This spiritual link reminds you that you are never disconnected from the divine, no matter what you might be going through. Consider the symbolism of a bird's flight. The way they soar above the ground, navigating the vast sky with ease, reflects the freedom and elevation available to the chosen ones. You are not meant to be tethered to the earth in the same way as those who have not yet awakened to their spiritual purpose. Just as birds can fly through the clouds, you too have the ability to transcend the limitations of your environment and the material world. The spiritual journey is one of elevation, of rising above the struggles of the everyday to reach a higher understanding and connection to the divine. In times of uncertainty, it's easy to lose sight of your higher purpose, but the birds are there to remind you that, even when you feel lost, you are always being guided. The divine has a plan for you, and your life is unfolding according to that plan, even if it doesn't always make sense in the moment. Birds are spiritual messengers, always ready to offer you the reassurance that you are on the right path. Their flight represents the journey of your soul, rising, growing, and evolving toward your ultimate purpose. As the chosen ones, you are often faced with challenges that test your faith, your strength, and your resolve. But during these tests, the birds are there to remind you that you are not alone. They are symbolic of the angels and guides that surround you, offering their wisdom and protection. Their presence is a reminder that even when you can't see the way forward, you are still being supported by unseen forces that are working in your favor. Have you ever felt that unexplainable peace when you see a bird perched on a tree or soaring in the sky? That peace is a direct transmission from the divine, offering you comfort and calm during times of stress or confusion. Birds are the ultimate symbols of trust. Trust in the divine plan, trust in the universe, and trust in yourself. As you move forward on your journey, remember that the birds are always watching over you, offering their guidance and support. It's essential to embrace the messages that the birds bring into your life. They are always communicating, even when you don't consciously realize it. Whether they bring you messages of hope, reassurance, or a call to rise above the challenges of your life, their presence is a divine gift. When you take the time to listen, to reflect, and to open your heart to the spiritual messages they bring, you will find that your path becomes clearer, your spirit stronger, and your connection to the divine deepens. As you continue to witness the birds in your life, remember that each encounter is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to evolve. Their presence is not just a sign of the divine, but a reminder that you too are divine. You are capable of greatness, and just as the birds navigate the skies with ease, you too can navigate the journey of life with grace, strength, and faith. As you move forward on your journey, you'll begin to notice that the bird's presence is not just about moments of comfort and reassurance, but also about profound transformation. Birds, in their infinite wisdom, are constantly evolving, migrating, molting, and adapting to the world around them. This is a powerful symbol for you as the chosen one. Just as birds experience cycles of transformation, so too are you in the process of evolving into the highest version of yourself. The transformation that you are undergoing right now is leading you to a more powerful, more aligned state of being, one that is deeply connected to the divine. Every time a bird crosses your path, consider it an invitation to embrace change. Birds are reminders that transformation is a natural part of life, and you are never stuck in a moment or a phase. Just as birds shed old feathers to make room for new growth, you are shedding the limitations of your past, allowing space for new opportunities, new insights, and new ways of being. This shedding process can sometimes feel uncomfortable, but remember, just as a bird does not fear the loss of old feathers, you need not fear the changes happening in your life. You are being prepared for greater things, things that are beyond your current understanding. The spiritual lessons that birds bring are often connected to timing and divine orchestration. Birds are always in tune with the cycles of nature, the changing seasons, the rhythm of the earth, the alignment of the stars. Just as birds know when to migrate, you too are being guided by divine timing. There is a perfect season for everything in your life, and just as birds trust in their instincts, you must trust in the divine timing of your own journey. The universe is preparing you for something great, and every step you take, every decision you make, is part of a much bigger plan. You might feel the pull of your purpose becoming stronger, but also the weight of doubt and fear creeping in. This is a natural part of the process of awakening. The divine has chosen you for a reason, and part of your journey is to face your fears head-on, to rise above the challenges that seek to hold you back. Birds, as free as they are, face their own challenges, whether it's the struggle to find food, the dangers of predators, or the uncertainty of migration. Yet they persist, and their persistence is a lesson for you. No matter how difficult life may seem, the birds remind you that perseverance is key. Trust in your strength, trust in the process, and know that you are being divinely guided every step of the way. One of the most important aspects of birds' symbolism is their ability to see things from a higher perspective. Birds soar high above the ground, allowing them to see the bigger picture. This perspective is a gift that the divine has given you, allowing you to rise above your circumstances and view your life from a broader, more spiritual lens. You are not defined by the struggles you face, nor by the challenges in your current situation. Just as the birds have the ability to see the vast expanse of the world from above, you have the ability to rise above your circumstances and see the higher purpose in everything that happens to you. There may be times when you feel small or insignificant in the face of life's challenges, but when a bird appears, remember that it is a sign that you are a part of something much bigger than yourself. Your life is unfolding in the divine order of the universe, and each step you take is bringing you closer to your higher purpose. Like the bird that flies through storms and over obstacles, you too are being equipped with the strength and wisdom to overcome whatever comes your way. The bird's flight is a symbol of your spiritual resilience, a reminder that you are capable of enduring and rising above any challenge. You are being called to embrace this higher perspective, to look beyond the immediate challenges and see the divine lessons embedded within them. As you embrace this perspective, you'll begin to notice that your life starts to flow more effortlessly. Things that once seemed like obstacles may reveal themselves to be stepping stones, guiding you toward your greater purpose. Just as birds navigate the winds, trusting that they will carry them to their destination, you too must trust that the divine is guiding you toward your highest good. And just as birds find comfort in the skies above, you too will begin to find comfort in your spiritual connection. The more you align with the divine, the more you'll experience moments of peace and clarity. The birds, as spiritual messengers, are here to remind you that your connection to the divine is never broken. You are always being supported, always being guided, and always being protected. The divine realm is constantly communicating with you, and the birds are one of the many ways in which this communication takes place. Birds also symbolize the balance between effort and surrender. They put in the effort to fly, to search for food, to build nests, and to care for their young. But they also know when to surrender to the flow of nature. They trust that the winds will guide them, that the currents will take them to where they need to be. Similarly, you are being asked to balance your own efforts with surrender. Do not fight the flow of your life. Trust that, just like the birds, the universe is guiding you to where you need to be. Your efforts are important, but so is your ability to surrender to the process, trusting that the divine timing and flow of your life will bring you exactly where you need to be. This balance is essential for the chosen ones. You are meant to take inspired action toward your goals, but you must also learn to let go of control. The birds remind you that there is a natural flow to the universe, and when you align with that flow, everything will come into place. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means trusting that there is a greater plan at work and allowing yourself to move in harmony with it. As you continue to witness the birds around you, remember that they are more than just creatures of flight. They are spiritual allies, divine messengers sent to guide you through your transformation. They show you how to embrace change, trust in divine timing, rise above your circumstances, and maintain a higher perspective. Every bird that crosses your path is a reminder that you are on the right path, that you are supported by the universe, and that you are being guided toward your higher purpose. As you continue to journey through life, remember that the birds are not just symbolic of freedom and transformation. They are also reminders of the importance of connection. Birds live in flocks, supporting each other through the seasons, migration, and moments of rest. This community aspect of birds is something you, as a chosen one, can draw inspiration from. You are not meant to walk this journey alone. While your spiritual path is deeply personal, the divine also brings people into your life to support and encourage you along the way. There is power in community, and the birds exemplify this in a way that is easy to see. They are never isolated beings. When they migrate, they move in flocks, guiding and protecting one another. When they search for food, they work together. When they rest, they do so in the comfort of one another's presence. This interconnectedness is a powerful reminder that we are all part of a larger divine network. Each person you encounter on your journey, each relationship you form, is part of the divine plan to help you fulfill your higher purpose. Just as the birds rely on one another for safety and sustenance, you too are meant to lean on your community for support, growth, and inspiration. There is strength in numbers, and the universe will send you the people you need at the right time. Sometimes, you may feel isolated or disconnected, but remember that the right people will appear at the right moment to help guide you and lift you up. Trust in the timing of your relationships and never underestimate the power of a supportive community. Birds also offer a lesson in resilience. Life is full of challenges, and the birds face their own hardships, whether it's extreme weather, food scarcity, or the dangers that come with migration. But through it all, they persist. They do not give up when the storm clouds gather, and they do not falter when the winds are fierce. Instead, they embrace the challenge and rise to meet it. The same is true for you. There will be moments in your life where things seem difficult, where the winds of adversity feel overwhelming. But just as the birds trust in their ability to weather the storm, you too must trust in your resilience. Your strength lies not in avoiding challenges, but in your ability to rise above them. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for you to strengthen your spiritual muscles and build a deeper connection to the divine. Like the birds, you are being guided through each storm, each trial, and each difficulty. And just as they emerge from the storm stronger and more capable, you too will emerge from your struggles with newfound strength and wisdom. The lesson of resilience also teaches you the importance of perseverance. Just as birds do not give up on their migration or their search for food, you must persevere in the pursuit of your dreams and your spiritual goals. The journey will not always be easy, but the universe has chosen you for this path because it knows that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the determination to see it through. Never forget that you are divinely supported, and every step you take brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. One of the most important messages that the birds bring to you is the lesson of patience. The birds do not rush through life. They follow the natural rhythms of the earth, taking their time to rest, to nourish themselves, and to prepare for their journeys. The seasons come and go, and the birds move with them, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. This is a powerful reminder for you to be patient with yourself and with the process of your own growth. Too often, we want to rush to the end of our journey to get to the destination before we fully experience the journey itself. But just as birds understand that they must follow the seasons, you must understand that there is a rhythm to your life. There are times of rest, times of growth, and times of movement. Trust in the timing of your life and know that everything is happening for you, not to you. Your journey is unfolding at the perfect pace, and the more you align with the natural flow of life, the more peace and fulfillment you will find along the way. In the same way, the birds remind you of the importance of balance. They work hard, but they also rest. They search for food, but they also play. They are always in harmony with the earth and the seasons, and this balance is key to your spiritual well-being. You too must find balance in your life. There are times to work, to strive, and to push forward, but there are also times to rest, to reflect, and to reconnect with your inner peace. The divine is reminding you that, like the birds, you must honor both your efforts and your need for rest. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of life, constantly pushing yourself to do more, to achieve more. But the birds teach you that there is wisdom in slowing down, in taking the time to simply be. When you find balance between your action and your rest, you will experience greater peace and clarity. You will be more aligned with the divine flow, and your spiritual energy will be renewed. As you continue to reflect on the lessons the birds bring, remember that they are not just a source of comfort or symbolism. They are living examples of the qualities that you, as a chosen one, are meant to embody: resilience, patience, balance, and community. The birds are here to remind you that you are capable of overcoming any challenge, that your journey is unfolding in divine timing, and that you are always supported by the universe. Trust in the messages that the birds bring to you, and allow their wisdom to guide you on your spiritual path. When you see a bird, take a moment to pause and reflect on what it is trying to tell you. The divine is speaking to you through these beautiful creatures, offering you the guidance and reassurance you need to continue your journey. You are not alone. Just as the birds move in flocks, you too are part of a greater divine community that is always with you. As you continue to embrace the lessons that the birds impart, it's crucial to remember that the divine is always speaking to you through nature. Birds are not just beautiful creatures flying through the skies. They are messengers, delivering spiritual wisdom when we take the time to listen. Each time you see a bird, whether it's soaring high above you or perched quietly in a tree, it's an invitation to pause and connect with your higher self. The divine is using these creatures to remind you of your own spiritual power and purpose. One of the most profound messages that birds bring is the reminder of your connection to the divine source. Just as the birds are able to fly effortlessly through the air, you too are being invited to rise above the challenges and limitations of your life. You are being called to elevate your consciousness and move freely through the world, unburdened by fear or doubt. The divine has chosen you for this path, and like the birds, you are destined to soar. The birds remind you that your spirit is not meant to be confined or restricted. You are here to experience the fullness of life, to reach your highest potential, and to connect with the limitless possibilities that the universe has to offer. Just as birds take flight without hesitation, you must also trust in your ability to rise above any challenges that come your way. You are being supported by the divine in ways that you may not even fully understand, and the birds are here to remind you that you are always free to follow your heart and soar toward your dreams. There is another important lesson that birds teach us: the importance of listening to your intuition. Birds have a deep connection to their instincts. They know when it's time to migrate, when to find food, and when to rest. They trust their inner guidance without question. You too have an inner compass that is guiding you through life. Your intuition is your divine connection to the higher realms, and just as the birds trust their instincts, you are being invited to trust yours. Listening to your intuition means tuning into the whispers of your soul, paying attention to the subtle nudges and signs that the universe is sending you. When you learn to trust your intuition, you align with the divine flow and step into your power. You will find that life begins to unfold more effortlessly when you listen to your inner voice. The birds are here to show you that you already have the answers within you. You simply need to trust yourself and follow the guidance that comes from your heart. In addition to intuition, the birds also remind us of the importance of faith. Birds do not question their ability to fly. They do not doubt their instincts or the timing of their migration. They simply trust in the process and take flight, knowing that the wind will carry them and that they will arrive at their destination. This same faith is available to you. The divine is asking you to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You may not always see the full picture, but just as the birds trust in their migration journey, you must trust that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good. Faith is not about knowing all the answers or having everything figured out. It is about trusting the process and believing that you are exactly where you need to be at every moment. The birds are living examples of faith in action. They know that they are part of something greater, and they trust that the divine will provide for them. You too are being asked to trust that the universe is providing for you, that everything you need will be given to you at the right time. As you deepen your connection with the birds and the messages they bring, it's essential to remember that the divine is constantly supporting you. Every bird that crosses your path is a reminder that you are never alone. The universe is always watching over you, guiding you toward your highest purpose. The birds are just one of the many ways that the divine shows up in your life. Whether it's through the rustling of leaves, the sound of the wind, or the gentle movement of a bird in flight, the divine is always sending you signs and reminders that you are loved, supported, and guided. The more you become attuned to these signs, the more you will begin to notice the subtle ways that the universe communicates with you. Just as birds are constantly observing their surroundings, you too are being invited to pay closer attention to the world around you. The more you observe, the more you will see how the divine is guiding you in every moment. Your life is filled with divine synchronicities, and when you open your eyes to them, you will find that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Birds also teach us the power of gratitude. They do not take for granted the food they find or the shelter they have. They are grateful for every moment, every opportunity, and every blessing. You too are being asked to cultivate an attitude of gratitude in your life. The more grateful you are for what you have, the more abundance the universe will bring into your life. Gratitude opens the door to greater blessings, and the birds are here to remind you that every moment is a gift. Take a moment today to thank the divine for the blessings you have, no matter how small they may seem. When you express gratitude, you align yourself with the abundance of the universe and invite more of it into your life. Just as the birds are always ready to receive the gifts of nature, you too must be ready to receive the blessings that are coming your way. Remember, you are never alone on your journey. The birds are always watching over you, offering you their wisdom, guidance, and support. They are a divine reminder that you are a part of something much greater than yourself. Trust in the journey, Trust in your connection to the divine, and trust in the messages that the birds bring. You are being guided every step of the way. As you reflect on the profound lessons the birds bring into your life, it's essential to understand the deep spiritual connection that exists between you and the divine. Just as the birds follow the guidance of the universe, you too are being called to trust in the divine plan that is unfolding for you. The birds, in all their beauty and grace, represent your own spiritual journey. They are here to remind you that no matter how vast or difficult your path may seem, you are always divinely guided and supported. You have been chosen for this path because the divine knows that you have the strength, wisdom, and resilience to overcome any challenge that comes your way. Just as the birds face the unknown in their migrations and rise above every obstacle, you are being invited to rise above the challenges in your life and trust that your journey will lead you to the place where you are meant to be. This is a time for you to step into your power, to align with your higher purpose, and to trust that you are being guided toward a future filled with limitless possibilities. The birds also teach us about the importance of surrender. Just as they surrender to the winds and let the currents carry them, you too must learn to surrender to the divine flow of life. Surrender is not about giving up or being passive. It is about letting go of control and trusting that the universe has a plan for you. When you surrender, you release the need to force outcomes and allow the divine to guide you toward the right path. The birds do not worry about where they will land or how they will navigate the skies. They trust the process and move with the wind, knowing that they will reach their destination in due time. This surrender to the divine flow is essential for your spiritual growth. It allows you to release the burdens of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, and to embrace the peace that comes with knowing that you are always supported. Just as the birds do not question the path they are on, you must trust that every step you take is part of a greater plan. Surrendering is a powerful act of faith, and when you let go of control, you make space for the divine to work in your life in ways you could never have imagined. Another key lesson that the birds offer is the power of freedom. Birds are the epitome of freedom. They can travel vast distances, explore new territories, and move through the skies with ease. This freedom is a reflection of the spiritual freedom that you are being called to embrace. As a chosen one, you are not bound by the limitations of the physical world. You are free to pursue your dreams, to follow your heart, and to step into the life you were always meant to live. The divine is inviting you to break free from the constraints that have held you back, whether they be fear, doubt, or past experiences. Like the birds, you have the ability to rise above any limitations and soar to new heights. You are not defined by your past or by the opinions of others. You are free to create your own path and live a life that is in alignment with your highest purpose. Trust in your freedom and know that the divine has given you everything you need to fly. The freedom that the birds embody also speaks to the importance of living authentically. Birds do not try to be anything other than what they are. They are true to their nature, and they live in harmony with the world around them. You too are being called to live authentically, to embrace who you are at your core, and to step into your power without fear of judgment or criticism. The world needs your unique gifts, and the more you embrace your authenticity, the more you align with your divine purpose. Living authentically requires courage. It means being true to yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. It means following your heart, even when the world around you may not understand. But the birds teach us that authenticity is key to living a life of fulfillment and joy. When you live in alignment with your true self, you attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that are meant for you. Just as the birds fly freely through the sky, you are meant to live a life that is uniquely your own, without fear or hesitation. The final lesson that the birds bring is the power of perspective. Birds have the ability to see the world from a higher vantage point. They fly high above the earth, able to see the bigger picture and understand the world in a way that we cannot. This perspective is something you can embrace as well. When you feel overwhelmed by the challenges of life, take a step back and try to see the situation from a higher perspective. The divine is always inviting you to rise above the chaos, to look at your life with the clarity of someone who is not bogged down by the day-to-day struggles. Seeing things from a higher perspective allows you to make better decisions, to see the lessons in every experience, and to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Just as the birds fly high above the ground, you too are being invited to elevate your consciousness and trust that the divine has a greater plan for you. Your journey may not always make sense in the moment, but when you look at it from a higher perspective, you will begin to see the interconnectedness of all things and the beauty of the divine plan that is unfolding for you.